Hey everybody. Okay, so I'm dropping in to tell you something. In this new life, with this new person, or the person that you're calling in, or the person that you're waiting on, or your person, it's a partnership. It's the two of you. Do you understand? So when they do stuff for you, like if they somehow just keeps reminding you that they love you and that they're thinking about you and they're doing that, it's your job to do something to make them understand you appreciate it. I went to church once and he would always say appreciation makes way for more blessings. And that is the most truest thing I've ever understood in my life. And being a former person who was an unbalanced people pleaser, I've learned that if I keep giving and giving and giving and giving to a person, right? And I don't get anything back in return, not even below the measure that I'm giving, it makes me pause. And it should make you pause and go, wait, why am I doing this? Does that make sense? Not, oh, why aren't they taking care of me? Why aren't they doing it? No. Why are you doing it? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you giving what you're giving? Because if you're giving something on a constant basis and a consistent basis, and you're not getting something in return, that's a problem. That's not communication and compromise. That's not a balanced relationship. But what they've taught you and me, because I'm learning this as much as you're learning it too, they taught me that you just give and you don't expect anything in return, right? I had someone tell me one time, if you don't expect nothing, you won't be disappointed. That's crazy. So what I'm telling you now, I need you to rewrite that code. That code is incorrect. Rewrite the code. You understand? What I need you to understand is when you are giving to someone on a consistent basis and you are giving to them and you are whatever they give you, you reciprocate, and you just give and give and give and you're not getting anything back. I'm sorry, I think I messed that part up. If you, it's retrograde people, if you are giving to someone, and it doesn't even have to be a person, it could be an organization, it could be a job, it could be your house, it could be your neighborhood. If you're giving and giving and giving and giving and you don't see that you're getting something back from it, you need to sit and ask yourself, is this a childhood fantasy that I'm trying to fulfill through this person? Is this something I'm deficient in or I'm lacking? So I'm trying to see if I give this person what I need, they'll give it to me back. Does that make sense? You have to figure out why you keep giving to that person. Not why isn't that person helping me or giving back to me or reciprocating to me. It's why do you need or feel the need to give to that person? Because another thing I've learned, let's call it what I've learned. Another thing that I've learned is I don't have to give if I don't want to. The way I grew up, me personally, not my siblings, but me personally, I could not do things for myself, take care of myself first. Hey, Mom. You know, I have to be real with you people, so I paused the video because Jaden ran in. We are making 2 types of soup today. So we're going to see, as you can see, my voice is getting better. It's not 100%, but it is getting better. So we're making 2 types of soup, but I digress. So if you see that you're giving to someone something, anything, and you're not getting anything back in return, or you're getting like trickle, like not even like, you're like, if it makes you go, the hell, that's a problem. That's something for you to look at. Anytime you're doing anything, or you're in a relationship, you're talking to someone, and you go, what the fuck? Like that right there is your brain going, boom, boom, boom. There's something wrong. There's something wrong if you go, wait, am I crazy? No, bitch, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. You're seeing it. 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 You're seeing the fact that you're giving and you're not getting anything back. But like I said, I want you guys to understand it's not the other person that you need to worry about. Or why isn't that person? Don't worry about that person. We don't need to talk about that person. Even when I do my counseling sessions, I tell the people, unless we're doing a couple session and both couples are with me, I tell them, I'm not going to talk to you about what they need to do. I'm going to talk to you about what you need to do. Do you understand why you're having the issue that you're having? I cannot talk to you about the other person because you can't change the other person. You can only change you. And since I can only change me, which is fantastic, I can focus on me, right? So this is what I want you to do. I need you to focus on you. Why do you keep giving to that person? Why do you keep doing stuff for that person and it's not being reciprocated? It's not being reciprocated at all. Now, you have to ask yourself, am I doing this because I'm afraid I'm going to lose them? Am I doing this because are you doing any part of it out of fear? Out of fear that, if I don't do it, they really won't know how to do it and all this other stuff. That's fear. You're doing it out of fear. Even if the fear sounds good, because I'm a mom. So it's like there was times where I would be like, oh no, I have to do this because if I don't do it, no one's going to do it. And it's like they won't have it and all that other stuff. And I realized I was doing it because I was doing it out of fear. I was doing it out of fear that they wouldn't be able to take care of themselves. They wouldn't, if I didn't show them what a good woman was, or pour into them, or continue to pour into them when they're full. You understand? My kids are full. They're like, now it's just, hey, we just need to maintain stuff. They're full though. So it's like, but at one point I kept pouring into them and they were full, and they started to reject it because they were drowning. I started to drown them in what I was doing. And then it was just like, oh, I want you to appreciate your woman. I want you to understand. And I want you to help out. I want you to do this. I want you to do. And it was drowning them because I already trained them how to do it. So I had to ask myself, when they started to be distant, when they started not talking to me, when they started to avoid me, I was just like, damn, why am I doing this? Because I'm not getting anything back from it personally. Why am I doing it? So I said, I'm doing this out of fear. I'm doing this because I'm scared that they won't be able to make it. And that is a fuck you in the face. Sorry for the language. I'm trying to stop cursing. But it's an F you. That would have been better. It's an F you in the face of your kids, because it's just like, so wait, you gonna tell me you trained me, you equip me with everything that I need, and you still don't believe in me? That's a problem. And that's when I was like, this is why they're angry at me, because it's like, okay, I got it. So let me get in my plane and fly, because I've been in your plane for so long that I need to get out of your plane and go fly in my own plane. My oldest is going to be 25 on Thursday. And it's like, to me, I feel children, I'm about to cry. Oh my God, if I cry on TikTok, I'm going to be so upset. Okay, those who know, you know. Bitch, hold it together. Oh my God. Oh, whew. This is from the chest. But yeah, you are not an adult until you're 25. You don't enter, you don't walk through that door. Those that know, you know, that frontal lobe does not kick in until 25. I know when I hit 25, that's when it was like, oh, wait, you understand? So I've watched him grow. I've watched him turn 18 when they said he was a man. I watched him turn, 21 when they said he can drink and he's grown, so he can vote and drink and all this other stuff. And the entire time, oh my God, I'm going to choke it up here, people. I'm trying not to look at you guys, because if I look at you guys, I'm going to cry. The entire time I was just like, no, that's my kid. That's my baby. It's like, he will always be my kid. He will always be my baby, but he's a grown man now. Now he's a grown man. He's grown. And the stuff that I've watched him go through, he's a grown man. And I understand now why he got distant from me, because he has to be in his own plane. He has to be in his own plane. He has to, oh, I'm going to cry. Ooh, he has to get out of my plane and get in his own. I'm going to hold it. I got it. I am not crying on TikTok. I refuse. He has to get in his own plane. So I had to ask myself, yo, why are you doing this? Why? Because you're not getting what you want back. So why are you doing this? And it was because it was fear. It was out of fear. And my kids are like magicians in training. So he knew that it wasn't right, what was happening. And I had to back off. I had to watch him. Oh, I'm going to cry. I had to watch him fly away in his own plane, and it's crazy. Those whose kids is past 25, you guys understand exactly what I'm talking about. Even at 24, you still, and you just getting it. You just getting it, and it's because 25, when you complete 25, it's just you finish something. 25, it's like four halves make a whole. 25, you finish something. That's why I think the legal age should be 25, not 21, not 18 or any crazy shit like that. Because when I was 18, my frontal lobe didn't develop. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how I was doing it. None of that. So it's like, I had to figure out why I was doing it. I don't like telling you guys to do things and not explaining to you, yeah, I did it. I will never tell you to do something I haven't done, I'm doing, or that like either just those two that I've done or I'm doing it. Either I've done it or I'm in the process of doing it, and that's what I tell you guys about, because I want you to understand what's going on in your life. When you're not being reciprocated to, or if you're not getting back what you're giving out, check why you're doing it. I need you to check why you're doing it. Why are you doing it? What's your why? And once you find out what your why is, you'll understand if you're operating out of love or you're operating out of fear. Do you understand? Because operating out of love is minding your business. Is minding your business. If they need you, they'll come. Because I almost cried about this earlier. No matter what happens with me and my children, they will always have a home, because I'm home. They will always have a home. They will always have someone on the planet, even when I leave the planet, on the planet that is like, what happened? You good? What do you need? Do you need something? He could not talk to me for years, and I might have a snide attitude, but I'm going to be like, what's up? We gotta fuck somebody up. What we gotta do? Like, what we doing? What we doing? You understand? And it's because that's my heart's like I took 3 pieces of me and I made a person, out of them, and I grew them in my body. It's something. It's and not to say anything about moms or anything, or not moms or whatever. Whatever you choose is what you choose. I have always wanted to be a mom. I've always wanted to be someone's mother. I've always wanted to be someone's mother, and I always wanted to be someone's wife. Those were the 2 things I always wanted to be. I never thought about being a CEO. I never thought about owning a company. I never thought about being like the executive assistant to the commissioner of finance for the city. I've never thought about any of those things. But I always wanted to be a mom, and I always wanted to be a wife. I did. And watching the 3 of them grow into men, and good men. Like, I'm proud of the men. I approve of the men they're becoming, and the hardest part, oh, I'm gonna cry. Oh, hold it together. The hardest part for me, I don't know about any other parent, but the hardest part for me is letting go. Because it's like you have to trust that you did a good job. Now it's like, I think it's more along that than anything else. Like, damn, did I give them enough? Not gonna cry on TikTok. Not gonna cry on YouTube. Did I give them enough? Did I do enough? Did I do enough? Did I love them enough? Did I hug them enough? And it's like, you have to understand and not be fearful that you didn't do your job. Now, if you didn't do your job, bitch, then you didn't do your job. You understand? But I know I did my job. I parented my kids on purpose because I wanted, honestly, one of the main reasons why I parented my boys the way I did is because I never wanted a young lady to go, your mother should have taught you better. I never wanted a lady say that to him, to his face, because then that meant I didn't do my job, and I always want the woman in his life to be like, oh my God, thank you so much. And that's all they say to me. I'm like, you're welcome, bitch. Yes, Dad. Check out Annie and Matt. They're on TikTok. They have a gazillion followers. They do their talks, and they show you, they make me believe in love. They really do. They make me believe that my person is there, and we're gonna be together soon. So it is, and it's not scripted. It's not scripted. It's not thought about. Well, they think about what to do sometimes, but that's who they are when they're home and when no cameras is running and we're sitting at the table just shooting the shit. So, I always try to give you an example of how I use what I preach, because I do walk it like I talk it. Right? I love you guys. Stay up, stay blessed. Deuces, and I'm out.